X-Clan, again, leather feathers, right? Telling you. Used to see these regular. Right? Leather feathers. Right? Leather feathers. X-Clan. Right? R.I.P. Sugar Shack too.
Moorish MC, avalanche flow. Watch your floaters and rhyme chunks. All I see in dress code today is bite punks. Pants off your ass, but you're wearing a belt. But don't use it, take it off. Give you welts like dad used to do it. Black with no autopsy, no knowledge of self. Had me in stores, raiding clothes racks and store shelves. I'm from Tobago, never fell for Santa and elves. R.I.P. Gummer, and those murdered by sickle and cells. Big up the thunder, never charge me for one beat. And that's the MO of all producers that keep it unique. They know I don't keep truth discreet. Flow force abundant, lyrics won't deplete. Can't retreat now, I made it too far. While corny rappers still only write rhymes in 16 bars. I might as well too, since that's how execs brainwash subjects. Multi-dimensional MC, underground like subdepths.
Now the blown up picture is Noriega putting up the 5 and the 2, just like the Moors put up the 5 and the 2. This CNN, Noriega, gangster rappers, stunt drum money rappers. Go right now, go into the tape, the little tape thing with the drawer, pull out the tape, unravel the insert, and then read the credits. This is a big CD. This is a big underground CD. CNN
Moorish MC, not a poet, not a rapper. On tracks, vocal gun, beretta, tongue clapper. Real as can be. I'm not a rapping actor like your favorite Ashkenazi. More spit and drink a Sprite after. Won't teach you the law. And when he gets captured, he will get out like 3 strikes to back catchers. But you can't get out, being you awarded a crown. Man got straight deny you due process in Moorish gown and sashes. All laws divine, he man's his average. Power of thought got God's acting like a savage. Color of law got the savage playing God's position. Then savages pray to stars so ancestors won't listen. So colonizers dissing, piss and tell you it's raining. Program your children and try to tell you they failing. Some of you need concentration camps, you don't think. Eating animal parts uncooked, it still looks pink. In order to climb charts, rappers accept exec wings. They only give you a deal cause your whack and flow stinks. Trust me, you like the exec's wings, and I think that you got a deal cause your flow stinks, nigga.
You got turban on? With the jewel? Right? So Muhammad Ali's on it. Yassine Bey's on it. Sprague Ben's on it. Buju's on it. Swiss Beats is on it. Nori's on it. Nas on it. Flavor Flav's on it. Snoop's on it. Look at the jewel. Look at the jewel. Sisters, Real Roxanne. What? Right? Look at Real Roxanne with her fez with the tassel on there, right there. It's Real Roxanne. Everybody knows Real Roxanne.
So they study the actual cities and they monitor these particular things. Fortunately, the last 4 or 5 years, black people have gone to a certain savage level, and that's good. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. When the Arabs was going across Africa, and right after Muhammad, they went across Africa, and if you didn't submit to Islam, they cut your head off and you died.
First time I saw the prophets pick like, whoa. No one ever told I feel sick like, bro. Stomach all churning what I'm learning like, no. Also have my own flag not burning like, no. Fez a turban on other nations like, whoa. What's wrong with your people's minds like, whoa. Wanna take pics and talk for hours like, yo. Never felt this repping black power like, whoa. Never felt this repping chematology. Most of your black leaders teach technology. Egypt is North Africa, so is Morocco. In the farthest west, Mecca is Chicago. Mississippi, Nile River, Grand Canyon, Pharaoh. I'm Moroccan native, they call the mother spaceship. Disrespect Malik L, call him slave named Malcolm. Speak truth, watch blacks have a tantrum. Masked up like phantoms, age of corona. Catch the Heineken virus, not improper persona. Fall victim to lymphoma, pineal melanoma. Like war when I read the Treaty of Verona. Whoa, when I read the protocols of Zion, with goosebumps drinking roots of the dandelions, berries of the elders, grass of the lemons. Like, whoa, how my people ride with these snitch felons.
People lost, start telling like me felon. Twin towers explode like 9/11. Times 7 like melting down the church bells to fill a weapon.
So they study the actual cities and they monitor these particular things. Fortunately, the last 4 or 5 years, black people have gone to a certain savage level, and that's good. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. When the Arabs was going across Africa, and right after Muhammad, they went across Africa, and if you didn't submit to Islam, they cut your head off and you died.
First time I saw the prophets pick like, whoa. No one ever told I feel sick like, bro. Stomach all churning what I'm learning like, no. Also have my own flag not burning like, no. Fez a turban on other nations like, whoa. What's wrong with your people's minds like, whoa. Wanna take pics and talk for hours like, yo. Never felt this reppin' black power like, whoa. Never felt this reppin' chematology. Most of your black leaders teach tricknology. Egypt is North Africa, so is Morocco. In the farthest west, Mecca is Chicago, Mississippi, Nile River, Grand Canyon, Pharaoh. I'm Moroccan native, they call the mother spaceship. Disrespect Malik L, call him slave named Malcolm. Speak truth, watch blacks have a tantrum. Masked up like phantoms, age of corona. Catch the Heineken virus, not improper persona. Fall victim to lymphoma, pineal melanoma. Like, whoa, when I read the Treaty of Verona. Whoa, when I read the protocols of Zion, with goosebumps drinking roots of the dandelions, berries of the elders, grass of the lemons. Like, whoa, how my people ride with these snitch felons.
People lost, start telling like me felon. Twin towers explode like 9/11. Times 7 like melting down the church bells to fill a weapon. Too sick like Catholic priests playing with leeches. My wolf pack tear 'em apart, breaking the leashes. Bad night, bad mission, sad vision, past living, cash missing. I done seen it all before, life, fast life. Alhamdulillah, Stephanlaw, cash life. Feds getting involved, switching on flashlights. Allah, we appear like voila. Scimitar, make 'em calm down, goose fraba. CNN show the hoax on the repeat. Corona is over, now George on a repeat. Like, how would you survive? Everybody crash. Jesus, take the wheel, it's gonna be another rapture. Go to crisiscast.com right now. You'll see that we in the matrix. Right now, George Soros handing out paychecks. Right now, niggas mad 'cause they ain't get paid yet. Pipe down, I mean Pope down. Pause all the savages. They only active to react to what is happening. What's happening? City ordinance, man's rights subjugate the womb, human trafficking.
Islam. GS is about to be crazy. Mufti's going wild.
All of that is black culture. You see, when I was sitting down at the bus stop back in September, and I looked down and there's somebody left a Bible there. And I guess the spirit was like saying, well, there's some stuff in there you need to go in and retrieve. And I opened the Bible up and it went to Moab. And then I saw a story on Turner Classes, the story of Ruth. All of this stuff is nothing but, no matter these white faces or whatever, we did live in other lands and we were a universal people. And these stories of our people, that's all over the earth.
On Triton's online platform, you can obtain your criminal background check in as quickly as 15 minutes. Also, access your social media background check on our secure online platform. Be ready to land that next opportunity and obtain.
The shadow box, the shadow box. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow box, the shadow box. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Levitate, this hoverboard rap. Thank me now, you're welcome like a floor mat. People
my format, tarot deck, I sort that. Pulled the magician, now you see my forecast. Royal Palace in the crystal ball. I'm a fully spitting bullets, that's John Wall. We dialing up classics in its own call. How you bounce back after the fall? That's a question. We building, not finessing. You got complaints or suggestions. Decided law is my reference. Y'all decorate. The essence is my preference. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find the nation. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find a nation. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Step into this ring, the gods of war sing. Drum steady pounding to the bloodstream, coursing. Heed their warning just before the sword swings. Move north 4 degrees, avoiding its sting. Listen to their voices, sight unseen. Quiet all the noises, focus on just being. I am one with the breeze that eases through the trees. I am one with the earth underneath your feet. I am water walking land in the form of man, the king of Siam. I am that I am. I'm that fire that's burning deep inside your heart. The synchronized senses moving your body parts smoothly but fluid is highly intuitive. Knew the movements of your fist before you even did. With each step left, right, feeling oddly compelled, cause the shadow box with God is to spar with the self.
Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Recognize your dark aspects, I don't mean skin tone. Outside shoes in the house, demons you bring home. Outside clothes on your bed, sleep with a night hat.
The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Levitate, this upper poor rap. Thank me now, you're welcome like a floor mat. Peep my format, tarot deck, I sort that. Pulled the magician, now you see my forecast. Royal Palace in the crystal ball. I'm a fully spitting bullets, that's John Wall. We dialing up classics in its own call. How you bounce back after the fall? That's a question. We building, not finessing. You got complaints or suggestions. Decided law is my reference. Y'all decorate. The essence is my preference. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find the nation. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find a nation. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Step into this ring, the gods of war sing. Drum steady pounding to the bloodstream, coursing. Heed their warning just before the sword swings. Move north 4 degrees, avoiding its sting. Listen to their voices, sight unseen. Quiet all the noises, focus on just being. I am one with the breeze that eases through the trees. I am one with the earth underneath your feet. I am water walking land in the form of man, the king of Siam. I am that I am. I'm that fire that's burning deep inside your heart. The synchronized senses moving your body parts smoothly with fluid is highly intuitive. Knew the movements of your fist before you even did. With each step left, right, feeling oddly compelled, cause the shadow box with God is to spar with the self.
Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Recognize your dark aspects, I don't mean skin tone. Outside truths in the house, demons you bring home. Outside clothes on your bed, sleep with a night hat. Paralysis when you sleep, dreams every night bad. Subconsciously suppressed aspects, acts called jump. About negative behaviors, unravel is done. See the deepest trauma and guilt you push away. Causes depression, addiction, and anger you display. Identity is central to the practice of magic. Witchcraft help you rewrite and conquer your habits. Detrimental to the growth, exploring the shadow self of man. Learn the lesser banish with pentagrams. Get a black candle, a pen or a pin. Scratch shadow emotions and let the healing begin. Light it and meditate, burn it down to the end. It's locked in. This is what we call shadow boxing.
Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. This shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. This shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Do it in the spirit of a prophet in Islam. We study the ancient manuscripts, Moorish, Quran. Everything we do is halal, some haram. Know it sounds like the hook, but this is the song. When I see a brother, I greet him with salam. Want the whole truth about Hitler and Saddam. Devastated what you did in Vietnam. Out of this savannah, so they had to use bombs. It's been a few years, I read my Proverbs and Psalms. When I see my sisters, I tell them sit calm. It's your destiny, you hold it in your palm. Mr. Popularity never cared about the prom. One of life's great mysteries, young phenom. I am that I am, that's word to my mom. Move out the rough edges, eliminate the arms. Know what you're pledging, no Uncle Tom. Coming for our territory, take it back. Quam with that old time good spell, I wave my magic wand. Now omnipresent vibration sound is on. It's on.
Don't give it away. Yo, Mars don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master. Take my mother's and the father's great gift to stay. Great masterpiece for masters trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like a masterpiece. This love gon' get me the bread. Yo, Mars don't give it away. They play your life but try to take you. Can you count how many times I'll try and break you? Try to got a great clue. Struggle size 8 you. Mind of my own with a great truth. I sip a little great goose while swerving on the state troops while plotting my escape of they rules, they schools, they jewels, they couldn't.
We do it in the spirit of a prophet in Islam. We study the ancient manuscripts, Moorish, Quran. Everything we do is halal, some haram. Know it sounds like the hook, but this is the song. When I see a brother, I greet him with salam. Want the whole truth about Hitler and Saddam. Devastated what you did in Vietnam. Out of this savannah, so they had to use bombs. It's been a few years, I read my Proverbs and Psalms. When I see my sisters, I tell them sit calm. It's your destiny, you hold it in your palm. Mr. Popularity never cared about the prom. One of life's great mysteries, young phenom. I am that I am, that's word to my mom. Move out the rough edges, eliminate the arms. Know what you're pledging, no Uncle Tom. Coming for our territory, take it back. Quam with that old time good spell, I wave my magic wand. Now omnipresent vibration sound is on. It's on.
Mars don't give it away. Yo, Mars don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate, they copy. I'm the master. Take my mother's and the father's great gift to stay. Great masterpiece for masters trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like a masterpiece. This love gon' get me the bread. Yo, Mars don't give it away. They play your life but try to take you. Can you count how many times I'll try and break you? Try to got a great clue. Struggle size 8 you. Mind of my own with a great truth. I sip a little great goose while swerving on the state troops while plotting my escape of they rules, they schools, they jewels. They couldn't help my shine like chemicals. I'm at the top of my class on the pedestal. I throw that lead at you. That's HB number 2. And keep my name out your mouth unless it's about to spread my youth. Quarter come up with the money that you run up when this crow game turn up in my young guards aim and shoot with your lame excuse. No, I'm never dead. This a full force sound system level that. Yo, you only talking fiat where your levels at. This is God body. Show me where the devil at. I'll let you read what this life about. We the lawmakers, architects, and still they doubt. We keep it factual with math and science practical. They love to hate the natural. Pain with the gain, no clout. A little fame couldn't stray. I remain on route. I move mountains, earthquakes on speakers. Something off to counting these occurrences. They speechless. For the world, I'm the teacher. I'm sure like the beaches, keeping everything du jour. I'm the one with the features that they envy. We the reason that they seek us to take us out every season. So, Moorish don't give it away. Moorish don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate the copy, I'm the master tape. Our mothers and the fathers great give me the state. Create the masterpiece, the masses trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like the masterpiece. This Lord gon' give me the bread. Moorish don't give it away. Moorish don't give it away. Why am I in this?
Good. Good. Goddess outstanding, keeps order, she du jour. I thought Orisha Omega deity, she a more amongst the elite, but relate to the core. She command the fleet first to step on the shore. Snooze never sleep, won't hear me snore.
Hey yo, play me once, you'll never snake me twice. Break this smoke, you never save my life. Never rolling with that piece, so respect my life. Respect my life, yo. Moorish don't give it away. Moorish don't give it away. Every time that I accelerate the copy, I'm the master tape. Our mothers and the fathers great give me the state. Create the masterpiece for masses trying to masterpiece. This time I'm like the masterpiece. This law gon' get me the bread. Moorish don't give it away. Moorish don't give it away. Respect my life. 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 Never. Hello. ¿Cómo está? Hey. You know the PM studio, man. 7998 Premier Road. Y'all go with it. Hello. Buenas noches. Why did I go to the end of the song for real?
So the issue is not whether you're indigenous or not. The issue is whether or not you're peoples, because your rights come as a peoples, and that's with the S. And this is a fairly new concept that's been developing. There's some books out on the law of peoples and so forth. But the S is really an expression of sovereignty. If you're a people, you're a group without the S. If you're peoples with the S, right, then you have certain rights under international law that come with that. Next slide. And one of those rights is sovereignty. If you're peoples, you have a right of sovereignty. Next slide.
Y'all see white having origins in original people, American Indian having origins in original people, Asian origins in original people, Native Hawaiian origins in original people. Go back to black, having origins in any of the black racial groups in Africa. Notice, black the only one that don't go back to original people. So by law, legally, you already are below all of the ones who go back to original people, because you don't go back to original people. This is why labeling ourselves black is hazardous to our health. But most of y'all don't get this shit. So y'all want to run around here calling us black. So black, the only one up there that does.
And so the issue is not whether you're indigenous or not. The issue is whether or not you're peoples, because your rights come as a peoples, and that's with the S. And this is a fairly new concept that's been developing. There's a
fairly new concept. Happy Holy Day, Morris. Happy Holy Day. Why are they lying so much? Why are they just lying? Why are they just lying to people? That's how dumb they think you are. That's how dumb they think you are. Peoples isn't a nationality. Stop the BS. Now if you're peoples, now you got sovereignty if you're peoples. Oh, you have sovereignty if you're peoples. Where's that at? Where's that? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know where that is. I want to know where that is. Because I'm confused right now. I'm confused. The possession. Oh, let's get you. Let's get you bigger. Let's get you bigger. the possession of sovereign power, supreme political authority, paramount control of the constitution and frame of government and its administration, the self-sufficient source of political power from which all specific political powers are derived, the international independence of a state, combined with the right and power of regulating its internal affairs without foreign dictation. Also, a political society or state which is sovereign and independent. The freedom of the nation has its correlate in the sovereignty of the nation. Political sovereignty is the assertion of the self-determinate will of the organic people, and in this there is the manifestation of its freedom. The organic what? People, right? People without the S. This Black's Law Dictionary, and then nigger that's pushing live. Who you going with? People lying to you. Why are they lying? Why are they making up stuff? Why are they making up stuff? And then you're still gonna go ride with them. And they just made that up. They just made that up. That peoples is now, you now have sovereignty claiming your peoples. This is why when people, when we start getting the spiked bats and stuff like that, and people start getting mad, right? This is why the master teacher is going to go on Church of Reawakening Minds every whatever, and he's going to cuss them off to their face about the redundancy, about going over this damn same stuff over and over and over and over a damn again. When are we going to get active and do something? Honors to the Moors who are active and doing something, by the way. Honors to you. You know, honors to you. Honors to you. Playing around. People are playing you. It tells you in the definition of sovereignty that is the self-determinate will of the organic people. No S on there.
The issue is not whether you're indigenous or not. The issue is whether or not you're peoples, because your rights come as a peoples, and that's with the S. And this is a fairly new concept that's been developing. There's some books out on the law of peoples and so forth. But the S is really an expression of sovereignty. If you're a people, you're a group without the S. If you're peoples with the S, right, then you have certain rights under international law that come with that. Next.
It sounds like that's the other way around. Sounds like if you're peoples, you're a fraud. And if you're people, now you're saying something. Now you're standing for something if you're saying people. Now you're saying something. Prior to that, you're just flapping your gums. This is why we always give honors to Noble Drew Ali. Like we always give honors to him because he steered us in the direction of knowing our nationality, not just talking about it. Not just talking about it, right? Not just flapping your gums about it. This is the master teacher telling you. This is the master teacher telling you. All you peoples. You can't be peoples. What's your nationality? We already know the land that we're tied to. That's the ancient Moorish Empire. We already know what land we're tied to. Vast jurisdiction, vast estate, and all that. They're definitely trying every weak mind, because the strong minds aren't falling for any of this BS. Making up stuff. Just look up sovereignty. They even said sovereignty in the thing. They even said sovereignty. They said sovereignty. So if they said sovereignty, why are you playing games?
For people to exist without a nationality, an identification with a piece of land. He is a legless man. Not only part of his body is inoperative, part of his mind is inoperative.
If you don't have a nationality, your mind is inoperative. You keep playing around thinking that this is some religious thing that Noble Drew Ali brought. You're wrong. I don't care who told you that. You're wrong. And for anybody who's sincere, as soon as you hear them talking to you about Noble Drew Ali from some religious perspective, know for a fact those are FBI papers, Moors. Know that. Those are Moors whose names are blacked out to this day. How do you know it's them? Because it's absolutely obvious. Noble Drew Ali is not a religious leader. If you look at the activity that he was doing and what he was talking about, this has absolutely nothing to do with religion. You have it messed up if you think that. And you're on your own in that messed up stuff, because we're not even going into why he's not any BS like that. Nationality is the order of the day. Is that religion? No, it's not. It's sovereignty. Sovereignty is not religion. We just read the definition of sovereignty. Is that what Moors say? This is what it is. This is what it is. Don't talk anything if you don't have a nationality. You don't have a nationality, just zip the lip, let the nationals talk. You just go over there and go do whatever you're doing with your tribe and whatever like that over there. The nationals will handle the PR. Because all these people all they're doing is causing confusion. If John Henry Clark, who there's a Prince Hall and all that stuff, well, if he knows nationality is the order of the day, well, what's wrong with your dumbass? Because he's telling you, what more you want to do? He's a Mason. Why? He can't tell you everything. If he's a Mason, especially back then, you give you little keys. Let's give you little keys. And then missed it. I missed it too. Seen all these lectures. Had all these on VHS. They never heard this before. None of them. Dr. Ben talking about we are Moors. Never heard none of that. Missed all that. In one ear, out the other. Black man in the Nile and talking about Al-Kebulan and all this. The Moors brought that. The Moors brought Al-Kebulan. And these people are playing around still. They're still playing? Okay. Then it's either brainwash or all these people are sellouts. Nothing else makes sense. None else makes sense. Because they're going to ride for John Henry Clark, him debating Jews and all that stuff. And I see, I got a black man and all that shit. When it comes to him talking about nationality, you better have a nationality on some land. No, nobody's going there. You're not going there? Why not? Why not? You're playing.
For people to exist without a nationality, an identification with a piece of land. He is a legless man. Not only part of his body is inoperative, part of his mind is inoperative, part of his psychic being is not there. Because for a human being to feel whole, he must identify with land. And he must understand something. That is the difference between being a subject and a citizen.
Duality said what? It'll make you better citizens, right? That religious? It'll make you better citizens because that's religious. They made you better citizens because now you have a status. Now you got nationality. Now you can start making demands. Can't do that as Negro, black, colored, African, Indian. I think nothing's happened for those people. Zero. And you keep looking at Moors. What are the Moors doing? What are the Moors doing? If we tell you what the Moors are doing, you would quit. You would hang up whatever you're doing and go jump off something. If we told you what the Moors are doing. Playing around. You play all you want. Everybody knows what's up. Everybody knows. Because the real illiterate, not the read and write people. Because the read and write people, I can show them on their hand, hey, you're brown. Oh, you can't say you're black. Well, I actually don't look like black. And they'll get it. But the ones that can't unlearn and relearn, the ones who are stuck in their BS, wrong and strong, that's the real illiterate. 21st century, right? AI. If the Moorish Empire was to rule again AI, like what do you see? That's a fascinating thought experiment. AI doing thought experiments and these people want to play Negro, black, colored. If we were to imagine a modern day Moorish empire or a similar entity gaining significant power and influence, it's likely that the world would see significant changes in various areas. There's the scenarios that, the possibilities. Modern Moorish Empire could lead to a resurgence of Islamic Golden Age era cultural achievements in fields like mathematics. We're seeing that right now, all these Asiatics who they're going to university at 12 and all that. Astronomy, medicine, and philosophy. This could result in a new wave of innovations and discoveries, leveraging the rich cultural heritage of the ancient empire. Oh, so it's ancient. So AI knows that it's ancient. Where AI find that out and you can't find out? You got some secret vault of knowledge that is going to that you don't have access to? I think not. I think you would just be just like playing games, and you're not serious about being serious. A powerful Moorish empire might shift global economic power dynamics, potentially creating new trade routes, economic systems, and financial institutions. Because everybody knows that this stuff, even AI knows that this stuff is a fraud. And during the time of the war, if you have money, it's backed by something. And then nobody was impoverished, and nobody was a bum, and even the bum had a good life. Bum wasn't complaining. His life was good under the rule of the Moors. This could lead a more diverse and decentralized global economy. Hold up. So if the Moors were to rule again, you mean that all the stuff that people are complaining about with these central banks and global elite whoever's, that wouldn't be able to happen then, right? Because the global economy is going to be what Gaddafi was saying about doing. With new opportunities for entrepreneurship and innovation. Oh, so that means that instead of people getting murdered because they found out some way to make sure that the car could run by water, so we don't gotta be killing the world with gas, they'll be able to actually go through with their innovative ideas. With the Moors ruling, AI could find this out. You can't find this out. Please. Political realignment. A modern Moorish empire could fundamentally alter the global political landscape, potentially leading to new alliances, borders, and systems of governance. This might result in a more decentralized, regionally focused approach to international relations, with a stronger emphasis on cooperation and diplomacy. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? You really don't want that. Really? You'll take what you have now, opposed to let's fix these borders. Let's send certain people back where they're supposed to be or whatever. And then if they are staying here, then they got to pay their taxes, plus the back taxes that they've been supposed to be paying since the treaty. And anybody else who's coming here, you're going to be making sure you're giving something to the indigenous people here. In the meantime, we're about to go round up all these whoever's that's been playing games with people all these years. Clean house first. And then start building new alliances. Because all the schools of thought are going to have to get down with something or go to wherever you're claiming. Are you claiming planet risk? Oh, yeah? Oh, well, you better get on your ship. Mothership better be on the way to get you. There better be mothership coming to get you. Social and educational reforms. A Moorish empire could implement sweeping social and educational reforms, drawing on its rich history of cultural and scientific achievements. This might lead to increased emphasis on education, particularly in STEM fields, as well as greater social mobility and equality. So you wouldn't want that for your children. You wouldn't want that for your children. You're gonna take what we got now, opposed to you're really saying you're gonna take what we got now, opposed to everybody switching over and say, okay, let's just do the Moorish Empire way. Interesting. Technological advancements. A modern Moorish empire could accelerate technological progress in areas like renewable energy, architecture, and infrastructure development, building upon its historical expertise in these fields. Come on now. Don't play games with yourself. You're only playing yourself. Don't do it. You'll be sorry. The Moorish paradigm is the only way. The only way out is through what was established with Noble Drew Ali. That's the only way out. But, of course, I hear what Moors are saying. No problem. Honors to the Moors that study. So while you're sitting around debating on whether you're going to be Moors or not or whatever, they're in the Bohemian Grove dressing up like Moors, doing their rituals on elephant moons and everything else that's going on astrologically. Dressing up like Moors and having the best life. And you're sitting over here complaining about the white man did something. You're over here complaining. You didn't get the memo? We know you love to be played. We know. So, I'm asking the AI, well, the Moorish Empire thing comes up like that, then what about this Noble Drew Ali and his teachings? Like, how would that be a benefit? Since the Moorish Empire thing is so... Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America in the early 20th century, emphasized the importance of self-identity, cultural pride, and spiritual awakening among people of African descent. His teachings aimed to uplift what he referred to as fallen humanity by promoting a sense of belonging, self-awareness, and empowerment. Here are several ways his teachings could be seen as relevant in the modern era. Cultural identity. Noble Drew Ali encouraged individuals to embrace their heritage and understand their history. In today's context, this emphasis on cultural identity can help individuals combat feelings of alienation and foster a sense of pride in their backgrounds. 2. Spiritual awareness. His teachings promoted a spiritual connection and the idea of a higher self. In a modern world often characterized by materialism, this focus on spirituality can provide individuals with a sense of purpose and inner peace. 3. Community building. Noble Drew Ali advocated for unity and cooperation among people of African descent. In contemporary society, where division can be pronounced, his teachings can inspire community engagement and collective action towards social justice and equality. 4. Education and knowledge. He emphasized the importance of education and self-knowledge. In today's information age, this can translate into a call for critical thinking, lifelong learning, and the pursuit of knowledge as a means of empowerment. Social justice. Noble Drew Ali's teachings address issues of racial discrimination and equality. In the modern era, his message can resonate with movements advocating for civil rights, social justice, and equality, encouraging individuals to stand up against injustice. 6. Self-improvement. His teachings often focused on personal development and self-discipline. In a fast-paced world, the emphasis on self-improvement can motivate individuals to strive for betterment in their lives, fostering resilience and determination. In summary, Noble Drew Ali's teachings can uplift individuals and communities in the modern era by promoting cultural pride, spiritual awareness, community solidarity, education, social justice, and personal growth. These principles can serve as a foundation for addressing contemporary challenges and fostering a more equitable society. Got an issue with that? You don't want that? You don't want that? You're telling me you're going to take what we have now instead of having that? If you're picking what we have right now over having that, you got mental issues. You need some Noble Drew Ali in your life. You need some Drew Ali in your life. You better get some Moors around you or something. Because you're tripping. I don't know why. I don't know why you want to trip. I don't know why you want to trip.
According to Jake Anta Diop, a Senegalese historian, the Kemetic or Al-Kebulan history of Africa leads one to believe that Al-Kebulan was once the name of the continent. The oldest and only word with indigenous roots is Al-Kebulan. Al-Kebulan refers to either the mother of humanity or the Garden of Eden. One thing you have to remember is that our ancestors had many names for their beloved continent, including Africa, such as Ethiopia, Ortygia, Corfu, Nubia, and Libya, among others. He continues, the word was commonly referred to by the Moors, Nubians, Numidians, Carthaginians, Libya, and also the Ethiopians. According to Jake Anta Diop, a Senegalese historian, the Kemetic or Al-Kebulan history of Africa leads one to believe that Al-Kebulan was once the name of the continent. The oldest and only word with indigenous roots is Al-Kebulan. Al-Kebulan refers to either the mother of humanity or the Garden of Eden. One thing you have to remember is that our ancestors had many names for their beloved continent, including Africa, such as Ethiopia, Ortygia, Corfu, Nubia, and Libya, among others. He continues, the word was commonly referred to by the Moors.
The word was commonly referred to by the Moors. And Dr. Ben will tell you, who's either Mason too. They'll tell you that the Moors brought the name Al-Kebulan. The Moors brought it. The Moors? No. You say some other stuff? Well, what's interesting?
Prefix AL. That leaves just the word Kebulan. Although the continent's history is well documented, debates about its original name and origin persists to this day. It is important to note that the word land for the blacks in Arabic is Bilad as Sudan and not Al-Kebulan. Prefix AL. That leaves just the word Kebulan. Although the continent's history is well documented, debates about its original name and origin persists to this day. It is important to note that the word land for the blacks in Arabic is Bilad as Sudan.
Right. I've been lying to you. They've been lying to you. Doesn't mean black land nothing. Liars. Why? Why are they lying to you? Because your scholar is Dr. Ben. And he said the Moors brought the word Al-Kebulan. Brought the word Al-Kebulan. Your boy, Dr. Ben, who was a Mason too. Dropping little keys. Dropping little keys. And you're sitting here trying to pick locks. And you have the keys right there, playing around. Don't let them play with you. You know, since we're religious, it's holy day, so gotta go religious on them. Gotta get some religious teachings for the holy day, since we're religious. So go one of our prophets, Confucius. See some of his. So who was Confucius? Confucius was a Chinese philosopher, 6th century BCE. While he may have been alive thousands of years ago, thanks to the collection of inspiring and timeless words he left behind, people still know him today and turn to his phrases for guidance. To give you more insight into Confucius and why people are so obsessed with him, we've gathered 101 Confucius quotes and sayings to better understand what Confucius say. 101, so let's go anywhere. Let's go anywhere. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. And just switch that understand to overstand, understand. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. And that's one of our principles. Study without reflection is a waste of time. Reflection without study is dangerous. Study without reflection is a waste of time. Because the reflection is where you're figuring out how you're going to apply this thing that you studied. And the more stuff you study that's applicable to life, the better life is going to be. Reflection without study is dangerous. Those people that just run into this and they don't study, then tomorrow they're gonna get a nationality card because they found out we're Moors. Do you know what a nationality card is? Do you know what a national is? What a nation is? Don't know Jolly's birthday, but they're Moors. Be careful. I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. Have no friends not equal to yourself. Have no friends that's equal to yourself. That way you constantly make each other better. It's constant. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. When the multitude detests a man, inquiry is necessary. When the multitude likes a man, inquiry is equally necessary. The people may be made to follow a path of action, but they may not be made to understand it. Going back again, that you better be in the realm of knowing. Better in the realm of knowing. A parent's age must be remembered, both for joy and anxiety. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Those who cannot forgive others break the bridge over which they themselves must pass. It is not possible for one to teach others who cannot teach his own family. If you look into your heart and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? The journey with 1,000 miles begins with one step. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Learn as though you would never be able to master it. Hold it as though you would be in fear of losing it. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys. Remember, right? There's the keys. You're sitting here with, you got trying to pick locks. You don't need a pocket of paper clips. You have a pocket of keys. Take these keys and apply them. You really knew what he was doing when he told you honor all the prophets. You knew that you would have enough common sense to go research them. You mentioned them and you not research them. You tell me about some trust. Tell me some Confucius. Tell me some of that. You got none of that? Then all that trust stuff and all that you're talking about, none of that stuff's going to work anyways. Because you're out of order. You know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the order. Order. You're not going to put on your shoes before your socks. You look like a big dummy. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Right? So don't, life happens, right? And you might have to, not study for a little while because life happens. But don't fully throw in the towel or right, alter. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. Even if it's a paragraph a day. Do a paragraph a day until you could get to a page. Just don't stop. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon or star. A night without moon or star. It's ignorance. You don't want to be there. If the gentleman is not serious, he will not be respected, and his learning will not be on a firm foundation. He considers loyalty and faithfulness to be fundamental, has no friends who are not like him, and when he has made mistakes, he is not afraid of correcting them. Honors. Honors to Confucius. Happy holy day to all the Moors. Honors to our prophet, Noble Drew Ali, for all of the great work that he did. All of the great work he did. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Enjoy your holy day. Keep the 5 principles alive. Honors to all the mothers. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Supreme honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam to the trap muftis. Love and peace, Moors. Islam.